Hello, Richard from budgetguitarist.com. I recently bought an HSS Squier Affinity Strat on Amazon for $229. After a quick setup and rolling the edges of the fingerboard and taking my fret end file and knocking down a few little spots, it plays great, it looks great, it sounds great, and I'm really enjoying it. Honestly, I'm not just saying that. This was not sponsored by anybody. I bought this, as my brother would say, with my own money. I'm going to be making some very detailed videos about this guitar. I'm going to do some detailed setup videos and some shootouts and stuff like that. But in the meantime, I thought that I would tell you 10 reasons why I love my Squier Affinity Strat. Reason number 1. It looks cool. Okay, this is just my opinion, but Olympic white with black sparkle pickguard, it just looks cool. And honestly, I've always been a fan of the oversized headstock. I've also got it on my other Strat, my American parts caster. Now, it could also be that I'm biased because one of my guitar heroes, John Mitchell from the band Frost, plays a white Squier Affinity Strat with a black pickguard. See? Okay, reason number 2, split shaft tuning machines. Now, I do love locking tuners and I like the Fenders the best, but split shaft would be my second favorite. So basically, there's a slot cut in the top of the tuning peg, and in there's a hole. You take the string, stick it in the hole, bend it through the slot, and then wind it. It couldn't be easier. It's super easy to do, and then when the strings need to come off, they come off super fast, which is great. Reason number 3, HSS pickups. I wasn't even looking. Did I hit them? HSS. A lot of people say the Telecaster is the most versatile guitar, but I disagree. A stock Tele doesn't have a humbucker. And using both pickups on a Tele doesn't sound exactly like a humbucker. A humbucker has a very distinctive sound. And the thing is, this guitar can be my backup for my Strat, and it can be my backup for my PRS guitar, which has got a humbucker. So it's like a wild card. I could use it for either, which is great. Reason number 4, the stock pickups sound good. Okay, I'll admit this is a bit of a stretch, but honestly, they do sound good. They sound full ranged. In a future video, I'm going to demonstrate the sound of these pickups. And are they as great as my custom shop pickups? No, they're not. But honestly, I like the sound of these better than the inexpensive Alnico 5s that I got online, which I used in, I think, my parts caster build. When I do the shootout, you'll see, I think these actually sound better. Part of the reason might be that these are low output pickups. The 2 single coils are a little over 6, and the humbucker, I think, is a little under 9. We're talking thousands. Anyway, reason number 5, weight. This guitar is lighter than either of my other 2 Strats, and so playing it standing up is really, really easy. I partially tore my rotator cuff years ago on my right shoulder rather. It's never been the same, and so my right shoulder is a bit of a mess, and so it really helps to have a lightweight guitar. It's made out of poplar, and the neck is maple, but yeah, super light. Reason number 6, the neck. Okay, I did take my StewMac fret end file and nab a few stray little fret ends, which I'll show you in a different video. And I did round off the edges of the fretboard, which will also be in that video. Once I did those 2 things, I really like this neck. It's got a nice satin finish on it. It doesn't just feel like bare wood. And the profile is a modern C. It feels a lot like a standard Strat, actually, is what it feels like a Mexican Strat with a little less finish. Feels great. Reason number 7, value. All right, so I mentioned John Mitchell before. So John tours with several Squier Affinity HSS Strats. His reasons are that it plays great, it sounds good, it's lightweight, and if anything happens to it, he's only out a couple $100, you know? I mean, he's not out $2,000 like with a I was about to say $2,000 with a PRS, but that would be like $5 or $6,000. So I paid $229 for this guitar. In 2023 money, that's nothing, right? I think it's amazing what they can do. This is an amazing value for the money, honestly. Yeah, I did do a little work on it, but again, that's for a future video. Reason number 8. This does not have a plastic nut. Now, you would expect a low-end Squier to have a plastic nut. No, it's got what's called a synthetic bone nut. So, what I can tell you, it feels similar to almost like a Graphtec. I'm not going to say this is as good as a Graphtec nut, but I am going to say it kind of reminds me of one. It's not just hard plastic. It sounds and it plays good. Or would that be well? It sounds good and it plays well. It sounds well and it plays good. Both of them. Reason number 9, frets. This guitar has medium jumbo frets, which I like a lot. It feels very similar to a standard made in Mexico Strat. A little bit of sharpness on the fret ends, which I had to take care of. But other than that, like, the fret job's pretty darn good. Like, I haven't noticed any buzzing. Yeah, pretty happy with it, especially for the money. Could be I got lucky. Reason number 10, block saddles. So let me show you what I mean. These guys right here. Block saddles seem to avoid the problem that you have with the traditional bent saddles. On the bent saddles on a Strat, the screws seem to stick out right into the side of your hand when you're muting, right? This doesn't do that. And block saddles in general don't seem to do that. I really prefer these. That was 10 reasons. I didn't even get to like the fact that it's like a 2-screw vibrato. So does this mean that the Squier Affinity Strat beats out my American parts caster? No. This is a fantastic spare guitar. And since both of my other Strats are all single coils, this guitar is more versatile because it's got a humbucker in it. So I'm going to be playing this thing a lot. And you'll be seeing a lot more of this guitar in future videos. As always, thanks for watching. And I will see you again on some future Friday very soon at 5.